Let me get you the new chat.
Got it. Mhm. All right, and glad to know the image is okay to use.
Yeah, I tossed it in the video description, so.
Right. Fantastic.
Let me get
All
you.
right.
And you put the music I requested up?
Forgot to remove the intro video from it, but we are good.
Also, do we have audio?
Yes, we do.
Okay, good.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Trisky. I run the Unlucky Rolls channel, and this is Fallout Cascadian Store, our campaign using Fallout Vaults and Deathclaws. Today, we are resuming our session 2 after the previous session where we started going after warning some people of spindlers, these massive radioactive, basically, spiders that fuck shit up. And we got out of a bandit camp, the one that Sir Pendleton originally worked for, that had Jen captured and that Brandoon happened upon. And now we are where you see us on the map, just about. And we ended off last session with one of the spindlers dropping down behind us, I believe. Now, for everyone to introduce themselves, let's do that real quick. So, starting from left to right, in order from on the overlay here, we start with Ken.
Hey everyone, I am Ken, and I am Brandoon the Brink, who has not publicly called himself that yet to the party, but he's a pretty chill guy, wandering and stumbled upon some shenanigans.
Yeah, I forgot what bloody name did you call yourself at this camp?
So he when he met the drunk raider, he called himself Bob the Knob, but then when you guys asked him, he called himself Bob the Snob and said he likes to collect old world artifacts.
Right. Next would be Fluff.
Hello. My name's Fluff, and I'll be playing Jen O'Connor, a park ranger from the old war, who's still sticked around and is as close as you can get these days to an expert on spindlers, having watched them for a little over a century now.
Third would be myself, Trisky, playing as Sir Pendleton. At your service. The lovely little Mr. Handy of the party, who is very good at charismatic things and laser guns and pretty poor at any other form of combat. And last but not least, our GM.
Hello, I'm your overseer, Wagoo. Pleased to be here, everybody, and pleased to see everyone watching.
There we go. Alright, would you take us away, Mr. Wagoo? What was our last situation? I do believe it was the spindler dropping down, right?
Yes, but not quite.
Alright.
Everyone turned around, and they saw in a tree behind you guys, there was a spindler within it. Very much with it. There. And it is big.
Oh.
It's looking at all of you right now with its 8 beady eyes just darting between the three of you and Roxanne.
Oh yeah, we have Roxanne, the pit bull of Jen O'Connor.
Yeah. And I don't think I need to make a survival check, but I kind of assume that it's about to strike.
Oh yeah, it's deciding who to go for first. You have like 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Opening volley then. All right, Sir Pendleton. Before we roll sequence, I will let you get in an opening sneak attack.
All right. Any
that will up the damage. That will up the damage. That being said, it said the modifier for this is -50.
Damn it.
Modify.
The shot goes wide.
-50. Do I add that on the hit chance? So -50? Alright,
Yeah.
let me grab that. And crit bonus, I'm guessing there is none?
There is... Yeah, there is none in this case.
Man, I thought I'd know its weak spot.
Yeah.
Alright. Damn it.
More miss. Even with the AC minus 10, that's still a miss. Ouch. Anything from Brandoon?
Brandoon wants to just kind of, so I don't see our tokens. Where are we in relation to the Spindler?
Bottom right. We're like on
I
the
see
right,
us.
right was under the road, yeah.
Nothing yet, except to kind of, like, crouch run his way more into the center.
Alright. Well, you got enough free movement and action points for that, so I'll let it, but nevertheless, we haven't rolled sequence yet. Now we will roll sequence.
Alrighty.
Baba Booey. 29! Jesus. So I guess it's going fucking first then, huh?
Oh, yes.
I do believe we are in a spot of trouble.
Yeah, no shit. I've seen these things tear civilizations to the ground.
Alright, Brandoon, roll sequence.
Alright, where are my sheet?
It is
Combat tab.
combat, condition, and it's right under rats and instant death.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, 14. I'll set.
You're gonna have to manually add us because we rolled sequence before you,
I'm already doing it, guys. Don't worry.
I'm in.
Alright, everything's done. The Spindler just kind of looks absently as you're all just shoot at it and fail to hit. And that's when it ends up spending 2 AP to just leap off down into the ground. Then it starts crawling with its 6 free movement down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now it's going to start using its 11 action points to continue getting to close in a little more.
Oh yeah, wait, I just forgot. What about Roxanne's?
Oh, I already. Oh, here, I'll get her.
Alright. Sorry, I didn't mean to ruin the moment for you.
It's okay. And she has 14. I will let Brandoon go first, before Roxanne. 1, 2, 3. All right, 10, 9, 8, and at this point, it's going to stop moving, and that's when something starts, well, jetting at you. Specifically at Jen.
Ah, fuck.
Alright, so. What is your armor class?
My armor class. My armor class is 15 total.
Alright. Minus 15. Boom. She hits. Now, and do you see the description underneath the damage amount? Roll agility minus 2.
Alright, let's do this. Fuck me.
You are bound from those webs spitting at you for 2 rounds.
So I'm not able to move. Am I still able to shoot?
Yes.
Okay, I'll be fine.
And now I would like you to calculate your damage. Put that in the combat tab. Go down to the damage calculator and put 12 in it, and put in your DT and DR.
Alright, so in my damage, damage calculator? Where in the fuck?
On the character sheet in the combat section.
Yep.
Oh, on the right side, go down to the bottom.
Oh,
Yeah.
damage. The little
12.
damage thing? Alright, so 12.
In actuality, you took 8 damage. Go ahead and mark that.
Okay. Got it.
Alright. Next up, the Spindler is now going to take a shot Roxanne.
Ah, fuck.
Specifically, going for one of her legs.
So this is a targeted shot.
Yep, it's a targeted attack. And why is it I can't find the targeted attack table anymore? Uh-oh. Alright. Come on. Where's the targeted attack info? Well, this is embarrassing. I can't seem to find targeted attacks.
Huh.
I'll give it another minute, and then if I can't find it, I'll just make it a normal attack. Oh, found it. Targeted attack table, going for a leg. So minus 40 in addition to her current armor class, which is 17.
Alright.
All right, there we go. So 40 minus 57 total.
Alright, sounds good. Ish.
Well, fingers crossed. Ooh, she got hurt. Hurt and hit in the leg. Ouch. That's another 1d8 plus 2 true damage, I believe, if I'm reading the targeted attack table correctly. Alright, 1d8 1d8 plus 2. So 4 true damage on top of that 12 normal damage, which will shortly become oh, right, no armor except for the armor class. Okay, in that case, let's see, 8 and 12 is 20. Good news is she's still alive.
You fucking bastard. You hurt my dog. I'ma fucking skin you.
Bad news is she's only at half health now.
Fuck.
And lastly, the Spindler's gonna use up the rest of its AP to move just a little closer. It's doing it slowly. You've seen it do this before, almost as if it's playing with its food. Now it's Jen's turn.
Oh, you ain't gonna be playing with me for long, motherfucker. I'm gonna shoot. Anything for hit chance?
You targeting any specific part?
Nope.
Minus 50.
Still?
Yeah, I believe so. Though if you want, I'll check to see if... yeah, it's still 50 feet out from you. I don't think you're in bonus range yet.
It's still 50 feet out and still doing this shit. Fuck. Alright.
And... Hey, you got it. You got a hit on it. 20 normal damage. I will calculate what that actually does. DT minus 3. Alright. 12 to 9. 9. 50. And 20. And, in actuality, 6 damage.
Well, fuck. Alright, well, I've still got 4 action points left, and I don't really have much else to do, so I'm just gonna do this shit again.
Alright.
That's a crit.
Yes, that is. Roll 1d10 and see what you win.
Three.
Double the damage. After the bonus damage.
Ooh, what's the bonus damage?
Well, that's concerning. It doesn't explain. Shoot. Here, I'll let you re-roll it just so we keep up pace.
Okay. I kinda like that one, but okay. 2.
Let's see. If a human or creature roll 1d10 on a targeted attack table for single and burst attacks. Okay. Switch over back to the targeted attack table again. Roll 1d10, because you just got a free targeted attack.
Nice.
Unfortunately, which one it is in the hands of the dice gods.
Okay, 1.
Alright, 1. And that one means to the head. Date. So you get to do some more damage to it now. 1d10 plus 5. Oops. Slash R, 1d10 plus 5. 13 extra damage. Much better, as you can imagine. And now I roll 1d2. It is dazed for 2 turns and isn't moving. Congratulations, you bought yourself some time.
What happened? What would have happened if you rolled a 1?
1 on the... you rolled 1 on the targeted attack table. If you rolled 1 on a critical on a critical, it means nothing.
He's talking the 1d2 there. It's just the number of turns they're dazed, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's the number of turns dazed. He was getting dazed no matter what. It's just now, instead of only being dazed for its next turn, it's also for the turn after.
So, may I flavor this a little bit?
Go ahead. You are totally welcome to.
Alright, so Jen kind of sees an opportunity here and is like, okay, if I'm able to hit the shell on his head just right, it should give him a fucking headache to end all headaches. And that should buy us a little bit more time. So she kind of lines up the shot perfectly and ends up dinking right off its head plate and just leaving him stunned for a bit. Alright, we've got some time.
Okay. Alright, there we go. And I guess that's it for your turn then?
Yep, that's all my action points.
Alright, Brandoon the Brink's turn.
Brandoon the Brink, or Bob the Snob, upon hearing her say that, he's gonna try to make a beeline this way. Mm-hmm. And just quick refresher about feet and movement.
Well, you got 3 free movement, which is 3 squares, so you can get up. So, yes, you can 1, 2. Yes, you can get up there for free.
All right. So he'll start by moving up.
All right. You want to move your token, or you can do it.
Let's see. He would actually kind of start by running up this way.
Okay.
And he said for free. Could he
that's free
sacrifice
movement.
an action to keep moving?
Yeah, it's free. Yeah, you did 3 free movement. You haven't spent any action points yet.
All right. He'll actually, since it's days, he's gonna spend the rest of his movement to get as far up for what he's doing as he can this turn. So how far could that collect to?
Let's see. Are you going at full speed?
Yep.
All right. Well, that's 3 squares per action point then. I realized I forgot to roll Roxanne's agility.
Let me just double check how many he has in total. It would be...
Roxanne is not bound.
Sweet.
Alright, just a quick refresher. What would I see as total action point then?
Oh, where to see it is there's multiple places actually. You can find it in secondary statistics under Prime if you want the total amount, which is 9 in your case. So
All right,
9 times
so
3
he's
is 27 squares of movement.
So he's actually going to use 6 altogether to get about here.
And you're going full speed, or?
Yeah, he would go about, he would go full speed.
Okay, in that case. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Okay, you've used 1 action point so far.
And is this area, this gravel area by the road, is that lower elevation at all, or would that just be kind of...
It's the same elevation. Elevation doesn't change until you get towards the cliff face, where it just abruptly drops.
Okay, so you probably use about 2 more to kind of get over.
Okay,
over
moving
to here.
2 more. Okay, over here. Let's see. That's another 1. That's another 2. What are you doing next?
From here, he would start looking for anything he could, any rocks or anything he'd see if his slate staff and see if anything he could pick up.
Oh yeah, there's pieces of the road you can just chip off and grab. That is no problem.
All right, he's gonna load up one of those, and he's gonna hold his action from there though while still stunned.
Okay, that's it then. Roxanne's turn. What does Jen want Roxanne to do?
Jen's gonna be like, Jen does not want to risk Roxanne getting hurt, so Jen's just like, Jen, behind me. Essentially telling her to get behind her so she doesn't get hurt anymore.
She does just that. And you don't want her to do anything else?
Besides just, like, trying to chomp at the webs on her to try to get her free a little bit earlier.
Yeah. Okay, that's it then. Alright, that's it then. Next up, Sir Pendleton.
Alright, how much free movement do I have?
Robot free movement is... Oh, come on, auto search, don't do this to me. Alright, page 94. Okay, let's check elsewhere then. Okay, got it. The amount of free movement you have is we'll say +3 for now.
Right, so 3 tiles. Moving on up here.
Yeah, and I'm fairly certain you're in close enough range to start getting bonuses to hit.
Right. So I'm going to do. Let's see. I'm looking at the college shot thing again.
Go ahead. Targeted attacks for reference are on page 98 of the book.
Yeah, I got it.
Awesome.
Alrighty, I'm gonna go for a targeted attack on the torso.
Alright.
And I am going to use some AP
70.
to steady the shot.
Alright, minus 45, and what's the and how much does steadying the shot bring it down?
That's plus 10 to my chance to hit.
Alright, minus 35 hit chance now.
For every 2 AP that I use.
Alright, since I can't figure out the exact bonus for being so close, I'm gonna say added up everything's minus 35. With minus 25 just being a brief quick rolling to keep the pace going.
So I am going to focus 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
So use 6 of my AP.
35, 25, now minus 15. Do you have enough AP left to fire?
If I use it 3 times, it's like minus 35 due to range, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then that would go to minus 25, minus 15, and minus 5.
Well, it's minus 35 after the first time you focused.
Okay, that's what I needed to know. Right, so minus 15.
Uh-huh.
There's something I can do with vault points that might be very important here, but I'm not going to do it right now, so.
It boosts your skill higher. And
16
no, you didn't need it this time. And you hit the torso, so
5 true damage, and it's get knocked over.
1d10 plus 5. I'll roll 1/R 1d10 plus 5.
No, that's head. Torso is 5 true damage and knocked down.
Oh. Oh yeah, you're right. Wrong one. Oops. Oh well. 5 true damage. Knocked down, and that's on top of the 16 laser damage, which I will calculate now. Another 5, so 10 damage total. There we go. Spindler's turn. Still dazed and knocked down. Being knocked down makes it much easier to hit for reference.
Nice.
Obviously, since it's knocked down, it does jack all. Jed O'Connor's turn. You will be free from your from your webbing at the end of this round.
Okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna take another couple shots at it.
Alright.
What's the hit chance now?
Let's see. I have to check what knockdown means again, so give me a moment. This is too crucial not to look to quickly house rule.
And,
Total ace armor class is halved.
Ah, gotcha.
So instead of minus 50, it's now minus 25.
Alright, minus 25, and, Is the minus the hit chance based off of the what is it called?
Armor class?
No, right here is it based off of the distance that we're from?
Oh, yeah, hit chance does get modifiers based on distance. Where you are, though, it's just straight up the armor class.
Okay. So minus 25. No crit bonuses. And that's another crit.
Damn, that's
God damn
good.
it.
Roll 1d10.
2.
2 means, in this case, your prize is...
It's the same thing that you critted last time. It's a targeted attack again. 1d10 for a targeted attack. That's what you got last time after you rerolled it.
Yep.
It is. However, would you like to re-roll to get a different effect since we just got another one? Please note that if you get a 1, you're taking it.
Nah, I'll take this.
Okay, so targeted attack it is.
What do I roll for that again?
1d10.
Alright. A 10.
That would be.
If that's what I
groin.
think it is.
Groin, 1d4 plus 2, bleed for 2 minutes, stunned for 1d4 turns.
Now it's stunned for even longer, and it's still knocked down.
Yeah, this Spindler is not having a nice day. It picked the wrong group to mess with.
Yeah. It's almost like I've trained for over a century for this.
Let's see, another 3 on top of what that 20 damage is actually.
Century shooting at spindlers really does some good for shooting at spindlers, don't you think?
I mean, reflected in your crits, I would say yes.
Six, 7, 8, 9.
It's like, just
And 3 of that is bleeding damage over 2 minutes. I don't know how bleed damage works.
Give it a. I will give it a little more bleed damage on its next turn.
so Jen just lines up another shot and is just like, okay,
You
and
forgot to roll 1d4 for stunning, by the way.
oh yes, that's right. An extra turn, it's stunned.
Okay. And it still has to take a turn to get up.
Oh yeah, and it still has one last turn of so now it has 2 turns of stunning again. Because I rolled a 2 for the stun with the head.
It was going to be stunned this next turn anyway, actually.
Yeah, because I rolled 2, so now it's just 2
This
turns.
fucking spider's having a bad day. At first I was like, oh shit, we're fucked. And now I'm like, I feel bad for it almost.
This day could get worse.
I'll be trying to do that.
All right, then. So you did another shot?
Alright, I'd like to since I crit again, I'd like to flavor it as Jen just lines up like, okay, now let's go for the ink sac as always, the little egg sac is always, or the abdomen is always, just goes for that, and it just starts bleeding heavily, and she's like, okay, today's a good day for me.
Good work, man. You shot the spindler and the spindler.
I've still got one more shot. Because I've still got...
Let's shoot.
Bada boom.
Okay. Another 20.
Wow, a non-crit.
And this time, another 6 damaged out.
So yeah, she's shooting pretty good.
Just like, this is bullying. Hey, bitch, it tried to eat her dog, okay? Shut up.
All right. Next turn, Brandoon.
So,
I want to see how this works out.
so this day could get a lot worse for the Spindler as he drops his He drops his fling staff and reaches for one of his little Molotovs and starts to light it up.
Oh, you're Molotoving it. Looking at your sheet, I just realized that the update also wiped out your damage numbers, so give me a moment to get you it.
Alright.
Yeah, that was it.
Items.
Yay, things going wrong that aren't our fault for once.
Oh, 44 plus
44 plus 5.
Yeah.
Go ahead and input that in the damage box, then roll. Modifier minus 50, minus 25.
Isn't he close enough to get bonuses at this point? Like he's
Oh yeah, he
closer
is.
than I am.
In that case, let me just check something regarding his skills. Minus 25.
Hang on, I didn't read when I submitted it. You said it would be minus 25 though?
Yeah.
Now, for some reason, just asking.
The DM needed one in there. Try again. And set the damage type to fire. Alright, try again now. You should be able to pull it off.
Here we go.
Alright, waiting for you to
read?
roll Molotov.
Oh, I just rolled it now. Did it? Oh, it is asking me crit bonus again. I don't think it's plus there.
Alright. Miss, how badly did that go?
Fuck.
Page 124 is where I look it up.
Base range is based on the weapon itself and the type, so...
Something about that doesn't seem right, though. How did you get so low? 20... what skill were you using? 20 minus 1d100... 20 minus 93.
I had it for throwing for his Molotov because he didn't use the sling staff.
Oh, you were using throwing? Let's see.
I don't know, just try to light up a Molotov and then that flame twirling around a wooden cloth didn't seem like a great idea.
Okay, come on. Why can't I never find these rules when I need them?
Real world practicality in a game set in a universe where you can shoot enemies with marks from a cyber dog, so...
You raise a good point.
It's okay. Either way, you didn't hit, so sorry. Try again. You still have enough AP to do it again, so...
I still have used up one Molotov though, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, you do appear to have thrown that a bit wide.
Which would smash somewhere though, wouldn't it? And
It would, but since you're near a cliff, it's fairly obvious where it's going.
Okay, fair.
Implying there's enough grass left over to even burn.
Oh, there is a rat. There is.
How did
Critical
you crit
wow.
fail it?
Now you roll 1d10 and see what you win. Or face. And you... Congratulations, sir. You have won...
8
The Molotov
is... Item
blows
in your
up in your
hand is
hand.
broken!
The Molotov blows up in your hand.
Oh my god, Dweller's Guide takes
Only
128,
you can
by the
prevent
way.
forest fires.
So, congratulations.
Yeah, give me a
You
lesson
just
with that,
got
then.
you got hit with that.
Ow.
Yeah.
Oof.
Ouch. 44 plus 5. Uh-huh. So, boom. 15 total. I will have... And you got 15 persistent fire damage, so you're currently on fire now. Congratulations.
So everyone else just hears shrieking and just, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit!
So in my head canon, you did try and use the stick and it backfired exactly like you thought it would.
That would be fitting.
Alrighty.
I think that's the end of your turn.
Yeah, he's got some new concerns on his mind.
I'm not sure that's how you're supposed to use that, sir.
Alright, Roxanne.
Jen's just like, fuck, I think they need some help. Roxanne, go up and bite the thing in the legs.
Roxanne gives a bark and just takes off running fast.
Yep.
15, 30, 45. Okay, uses 3 AP to get there. Roxanne's AP is... Roxanne's AP is at... She can do 2 targeted attacks to the legs.
Go ahead.
Minus 40, but knocked down, so 50, 60, 60, 65.
That is a miss.
What basically happens is that she's looking for a suitable point to bite into, but she can't find it. The legs are just too hard and bony to actually get a good grip to hurt it.
Yikes. Alright then.
Sir Pendleton's turn.
Alright, I'm going to move up my free amount here to try and get an angle on the spider that doesn't involve shooting Roxanne.
Alright, smart move.
And I am going to pull out my laser pistol. And how quickly can I fire this thing? Like, I just want to shoot it as many times as I can this turn.
That would be... Oh, you want to do a burst attack is what you're saying?
Basically, yeah.
Alright, I believe your gun supports that?
Burst 4.
Alright. In terms of your action points, you can burst at it twice. Give me a moment to turn to the burst. Let's see.
I have infinite ammo, so that is not...
Yeah, so the ammo count doesn't matter at least this time. So how much of a burst are you doing? I will say, since it takes a bit to look up, it's probably about 3. Yeah, it's about a 3-round burst.
I am going to do... I'm actually going to instead focus and then do a 4-round burst.
Okay. Go ahead.
So what would be my total modifier here?
Burst penalty for that amount is minus 25. Plus another minus 25 for the armor class of the Spindler. It would be much worse if it weren't knocked down right now.
Yep. And then I focused for plus 10, so minus 40 total, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
Damn it!
And
Crit! Alright.
roll 1d10. Let's see what you win.
3.
Uh-oh. 3 is condition mark plus 3 to your item. Ouch. Well, try again with your other burst attack.
Hey, this one isn't focused, so it's basically the same thing at minus 40.
Uh-huh.
It's at minus 40.
Uh-huh.
Wait, is the condition thing the higher it is, the worse condition it is, or is it the lower it is, the worse condition it is?
Lower is good.
Lower is good.
Mhm.
Lower condition number. I had my condition for my gun set up wrong this entire time.
I'm going to vault point that, actually.
Go ahead. The vault point does turn that into a hit. Congratulations. Now, go ahead and roll your other 2 shots for that burst.
The 3 shots, 4-round burst.
Oh.
Yeah, I have a
It's
burst 4
it's
on that one.
3. Okay. All right, go ahead. Well, the cost it's giving is 4. It's not the amount of shots you can fire in a burst. It's how much action points. Nevertheless, that shot hits, so I'll quickly calculate it. 16. 16. 9, 40. That's first shot gets you 7. And
So am I
next
just
one
re-rolling it a few times to do the damage of the follow-up shots?
Okay, and that's totally cool. 19 becomes 10, and that 15 becomes.
There are 2 19s. I rolled that twice, and then the 15 is the 4.
Okay, so you did 2 19s. That's
Yeah, 16,
20
19, 19, 15.
and 6. Another 26 damage.
Nice.
You have finally got it below half health. Congratulations.
Take that, you heathen!
Spindler's turn. This is the last turn it stays, I believe, if I was counting right. Anyone verify that for me?
I think it's
Nope, it still has a turn.
turns.
Oh, there's one more
Yeah,
turn. Okay.
It's done this turn
There's
and
another
then
turn
next
still.
turn.
Okay, one turn off. Alright, thank you. Jen's turn. You're finally free to move.
Alright, and just to confirm again, a 1 for condition is like pristine condition, right?
A 10
It's
for
nothing,
condition is
and-
best.
It's nothing in condition that's best.
Alright. Because I forgot to include that when we started this fucking game. But yeah, she's going to use how much ever of her free movement she can to get up as close as she can, and then it's going to fire twice.
Let me check ghoul free movement. Ghouls don't get the free movement. You have to spend action points to move. The hard luck of being a ghoul.
Oh, God. Alright, so what's the rules for using action points to move again?
There's basically 3 different levels of speed. They determine how many spaces you can use per action point.
Alright.
Walking is just 1 AP equals 1 square. Running is 2 AP is 2 squares equals 1 AP, and full on sprint is 3 squares for 1 AP. But you do get malices if you go too fast. And thank you, Trisky, for posting in our private Discord the full listing of the rules. I really appreciate that.
Yep, there's just the whole movement thing.
Personally, I would go with the 2 squares for 1 AP because the malice isn't that bad.
Alright. 2 squares for 1 AP. Can I just use that 4 times, or would that constitute as something else, movement speed?
Yeah, that works. That works. So you want to go... So at the speed you're going... 1, 2, 3... Yes, you would, and you'd be close enough for bonuses.
Alright. Then I'm just gonna fire my revolver once.
When you get
Alright.
close enough.
Yep.
Are you doing a targeted attack, or
Nope.
just a normal attack?
Yep.
Hoping for a crit, huh?
Always.
Alright. Go ahead.
What do we got for the modifier?
Let's see, minus 25. I'll say. See, to keep it fair, I will say minus 15.
Minus 15. Okay. Ba-boom. That's 83 to hit. I'm assuming that hits, and 20 damage.
Okay, 20 damage.
I don't know how I keep rolling 20 fucking damage, but you know.
Hey, at least it's not less than that.
Oh, I think you haven't updated your damage for that gun.
It says plus 20 for damage. Is there like a roll that I
Damage
also
is
have to?
supposed to be a roll.
Oh man. That's not how you're supposed to do it. What happens is you get your damage from two sources. One is the bullet type, 10mm, which is a dice roll, and then the gun does solid damage. You've been doing a lot less than you should have been.
More damage than
You should have been doing like 22 damage minimum. Oh man, that's bad. I should have caught that. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
You've been missing out on 3d4 of damage.
Alright,
so
3, 4.
adjusted in there to be 3d4 plus 20, I believe, right?
Here, I just fixed it for you. I will let you re-roll that to get your actual damage.
Alright, thank you.
Alright.
Bada booey. So just forget hit chance and all that.
Yeah, I'll just take whatever damage you do.
26. So
There you go. That's much better now.
I've still somehow been owning this, even while I'm still rolling under.
Uh-huh.
Wow, okay.
It's a
11 damage.
For your 2 crits in a row.
It's only a fraction of my power.
Yeah, and I got 2 crits in a row. I just missed out on all that damage.
It's fine.
Brandoon, the fire's gone out mercifully by now, I think.
Oh,
So you're
cool.
looking pretty crispy. So, what are you gonna do now?
Cry a little bit, but then, see about if I can, just start, flinging some,
I apologize to interrupt here, but, considering he was set on fire, there's actually something he has to do. For it to go out.
Oh, it costs 4 AP to turn it off.
Action.
Oh, right, my bad. Thank you for correcting me. I always appreciate it.
So I'm sorry.
So, you do have to spend 4 AP to stop, drop, and roll.
Okay, so he's gonna do that then, because,
Alright.
yeah, that
Alright,
sucks.
and your turn begins just as you pull yourself back up. What are you gonna do with the rest of your action points?
He's gonna try to, seeing no cover in sight, just gonna, but that this thing seems to be a little hurt. Gonna try to pick up his sling staff again, stuff a rock in there, and just fling it with a scream at this thing.
Alright. Let's make sure you've got the sling staff in correctly. Oh god, you're missing your damage there too.
Oh, god damn it.
Well, shit. Hang on, I
Here,
have to take over.
give me a moment, I'll find it.
It's a sling staff?
Yes. And found it. Let's see, 20 plus what you're throwing, which is a rock.
Alright, so I should just enter in 20 plus,
Here, give me a moment, I'll find what it's supposed to be. On.
I just realized something else I haven't been doing with my gun.
Oh?
I have minus 10 to AC.
Oh, I've been keeping track of that, don't worry.
Oh, okay, got it. Good.
Alright, it's 2d4 for the rock, so 2d4 plus 20 for this. Here, I'll put it in. 2d4 plus 20. Excuse me. There you go. You should now be able to... There, now you can do it. Minus 25, and you're close enough for bonuses, so minus 15. Okay?
sounds good. One sec. You said minus 20?
Minus 15. missed. Either it missed or it bounced off a part that didn't really do any damage. Do you have any action points left for another shot, or did putting out the fire take it all away?
Let's see, that was take away from 4. Yeah, unless, so assuming the Molotov's last round counted, then, yeah, he'd be all out.
Okay, there we go. Roxanne's turn.
Alright.
I'm guessing you're gonna have her bite again?
Yeah, she just says, last time didn't work out. Just bite wherever you can.
Alright. Alright, that's gonna be, in this case, 2, 4, 6, 8. 4 different hits. 1. Oh, and guess what? It is working out. 1. That one did it. Second. Ooh, so close. Good news is you got 2 hits in. 1 at 7 damage and 1 at 9.
And that's 2d6 true damage.
Uh-huh.
Alright. Oh, should I roll that or?
Yeah.
Alright.
7, 9. 1d6, though.
No,
Oh.
it's for each attack.
Yeah, I know, for each attack. Oh, yeah, I would total 2d6. You're right. Thank you.
That's
6 damage total. 7, so 6 damage total. Oh, so close. And now let's see what it did for the normal attacks. 7, 9, 50.
7 and 10.
7, 12, 50. Ooh. Doesn't break through. Hopefully the other one does. Does not. She
But
can't
it's-
hurt this Spindler.
The true damage doesn't go through even?
True damage goes through. The normal damage does not.
Ah, well.
So it's still useful, but not as much damage as she could be doing. For now. Anyways, Pendleton's turn.
Alright. I'm going to put this buzzsaw to, good use.
Alright, minus 25.
Let's see if I can even remotely hope to hit. Wow, I crit!
Critical
and it's-
success.
That's the only way I would hit, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would have. Roll 1d10. Let's see what you're getting.
Hey!
10. If that's what I think it is, give me a moment to check.
Instant death.
Actually, no. It's, critical... Yeah, instant death. I should mention that by this point, it's at 13 HP, so... So, why don't you describe to me how Sir Pendleton deals with a Spindler?
I do not appreciate the manner in which you have been working with my compatriots here, so I do believe I am going to end your life.
As he just...
That's it, before you just start
casually-
cutting up?
Casually floats up and lifts the buzzsaw. Is just like...
I haven't been using this all too well. Let's see if I can do a little bit better this time.
Just aims it for the head and like slowly like buzzes in and just like it pans away to the forest and you just hear this like sound of grating metal on chitin for a moment and then it comes back and Pendleton is wearing its jaws as a hat.
The Spindler lies there dead. It refused to die screaming or making any noise.
How do you like my hat, ma'am?
I think it fits you well, Pendleton.
Excellent. Is it right for a proper man to accessorize?
Yes, now, while I'd love to reminisce on our kill here, we have work to do. Let's get a move on.
You want to check your binoculars for the position of the Spindlers?
Yeah, I'll do that first, and then we're gonna head towards the village.
The good news is, it looks like they've stopped moving. The bad news is the reason that the pack would stop moving is to feast. So they're eating something. Who knows what?
Can I get a good look at it with the binoculars?
Roll perception then. And yes, the bonus does count this time.
Perception. So I've got a plus 15 to that because I'm using the binoculars.
That 15 is for observation. We're talking about perception here.
Oh, perception. Oh, all right. Boom. Any minuses?
No minuses. This is easy enough to see out here.
3.
It takes a bit, and then you spot a two-headed cow. So at least they're not gorging on people for the moment.
That poor
He,
Brahmin.
she's like, all right. Looks like they've got a cow in their jaws, so we're good for a little bit. But we need to start moving. It's bought us some time, but that doesn't mean we can slack. Let's double time it to the village.
Brandoon just kind of makes his way over to you guys, whimpering. Looks up and probably notices Pendleton first. It's just like, oh no, I'm in hell, aren't I?
Spectacular performance, sir. Is what I would say if it were a spectacular performance.
I've been in hell since. When did the bombs drop?
Time of...
Would you like to roll lore to see if Brandoon would know that?
Yeah, he's gonna make something up if he doesn't, but still.
Okay, roll lore. I will say no modifier. Because this is something relatively easy at this point, pointed out through story by now.
It has been 867,000 years since the bomb dropped.
No, it hasn't. And what have we got? Oh, this is gonna be good.
It has been 1,057 years since the bombs dropped.
She looks at him and just says, all right, let me do that. I recall it being around my 21st birthday when the bombs hit. I'm 123. I don't think the math checks out, my friend.
Yes, that would be about 102.
Maybe not, but you know, if a explosion that big, they say it blows up the strands of time too, you know?
Sure. Let's get a move on.
Indubitably.
All right. So I'm assuming we're going to be double timing it to the village.
All right, but where exactly are you gonna go start warning people? You got multiple options, at least according to Brandoon.
Which one's the closest? And do they have communication to the other place?
The closest would be the burial grounds. Unfortunately, you're getting the feeling that they don't really have communications beyond walking. See, so...
Well, burial grounds up here, but don't really have much in the way of communications. It's, well, burial grounds, as the dead, that don't mean much.
Weren't they heading east anyway?
Yes, they were. Yes, it looks like that they were bound eastward until they got distracted by that delicious, succulent cow. Hey, even Spindler's like a steak dinner.
Okay, so what village are they headed in the direction of?
This time, I'd like Jen to roll observation.
Observation?
Modifier minus 25. And yes, binoculars are still working.
Fuck me, alright. Four.
Yay, you passed. It looks like that it's maybe more northeast or east. So either it's going for the Buford hunting grounds, or they're going off in another direction.
It's like,
It's up to you if you want to take that risk.
she just looks over and it's like, alright. looks over at Buford and just says, or Bob in this case, and just says, "All right, listen, kid. You know your tribes better than I do. They're headed northeast, which is, I'm assuming, where those hunting grounds are, right? But there's also the burial grounds that you said were the closest nearby. Which one should we notify first?"
I do believe that I have nothing to add yet.
As far as travel on foot, would Brandoon know anything about how fast those guys can move to potentially start spreading word, or?
Well, let me interject here something that I was trying to allude to earlier. I'm assuming this is the hunting grounds, right? The one with the quite obviously marked gravestone. Mm-hmm. We're up here and we see them moving towards the east. They're moving away from the cemetery. So
why feast upon the dead when we can feast upon the living?
Yeah, basically what I'm getting at is there's no reason to warn an empty burial ground that they're running away from.
All right, let's try to.
Basically that then. I was really sure if you meant like there would be people if the burial grounds still be an area that's somewhat settled, or.
Oh yeah, there's people still living there.
But yeah, if it's nothing faster than on foot, it would make more sense to try to kind of stop what's about to happen than send anyone to let everyone else know. So yeah, you just say, "Hey, you know where they're going? Let's try to stop this next thing then."
All right, let's double time it over there then.
Very good.
All right. Okay. Off to the Buford hunting grounds then.
Yep.
Or Craters of the Moon.
Whichever the civilization they're heading towards.
Buford hunting grounds it is then.
Mm-hmm.
Directions from. Give me a moment to select it. Let's see how many miles that is. Let's see, 100 miles if you follow the road. Presumably you're gonna cut across land, so I'll shorten it to about 880 to be generous.
I mean, do you have a way to know how much, like, approximately one tile on this would be an actual, like...
No, I use Google Maps. Easiest way to see a mileage is to use the real-life mileage.
Yeah, I guess that's the benefit of using, like, real-world locations. All right, so how long is it going to take us to get there?
All right, well, let's see. I believe you're going to be doing the fastest movement possible.
Yep. How much meat and boiled water am I taking down?
Let's see. Do you want to harvest from the spindler? Because you can do that and not lose time.
Yep, let's do that.
Oh, yeah.
It's large, so 50 plus... I can never remember the amount of meat. Meat you get off a large animal. Although, obviously, it's going to taste terrible, but you know how to treat it and eat it at this point.
Yeah, I've eaten my fair share of spindlers.
You can make it bearable.
All right. So survival?
I think it was 20, I think, plus you could... We'll say it's 25 meat this time.
All right.
Because I'm busy looking for the distance and I can't look up two things at once. Okay, come on. Time traveling navigation, there it is. Yeah, I assume you're going to be going the fast speed, which is 30, so you get there in 3 days. To the Buford hunting grounds.
All right, let's head in there. And it says, you know the people better than I do. Going to Buford, you know the people better than I do. You tell them. All right, we'll trust you.
Right. Let's tell them. Shut up, get ready to fight. Get ready to get out. We took that the three of us, or the two of you. I tried.
Yes, the three of us, if we count the hounds.
Okay. So should I tell him more to get ready to fight or get ready to run? What exactly are we gonna do?
I'd assume at this point that like they do not have significant enough forces to fight these things. Can I assume that? Or would I need to make like
Well,
some sort of...
considering how long
Would
it
I know?
takes to take out a single one of them with some lucky shots, I would very much assume as such.
I'd say I'd personally recommend they evacuate the area. I've seen enough civilizations be destroyed by this thing, much less villages.
I'll do what I can do. And yeah, we'll head in.
The good news is you're near a river at the moment, so you can fill up on some dirty water if you wanted and boil it overnight.
Absolutely.
So,
Let's do that.
all right. I'll say then for now you've got enough supplies to last you until you get to the Buford hunting ground. So you guys go ahead and automatically knock off 1, 2, 3, 6, the nine meat, and don't touch the water for now. So just knock off 9 meat.
All right, so we've got from 56 jerky to so 8, so that would be
48.
48. Yeah, I'm stupid and tired. So yeah.
All right then. Do you want to stop and do some scavenging, or it won't take any extra time at the pace you guys are going? But
Oh, yeah, sure.
all right, everyone roll luck modifier -1.
Ooh, not good.
Haha, we're not good at luck.
First thing you need to understand about southern Idaho is that if the land isn't irrigated or you're not near a river, it's brown.
I thought you said we were near a river.
You were when you got some water, but you're not near the river now, are you, now that you're moving?
Yeah, fair enough. All right.
It's brown. Like, there's a lot more grass, but it's not all too dissimilar to a desert. And that's how it is in real life. With climate change induced by global thermonuclear war, well, it's not looking pretty. But it's not quite a desert either. But it's very close. You do get lucky, however, and on one day while you guys are traveling, you spot the remnants of a car buried in the dirt.
Fucking sweet. Look at... There's a car out here. There's nothing inside.
Wiping away the dust, you see the skeletons of 2 people cradling something between them.
It's like... She's just like... Just check the trunk if you could. I'd prefer not to disturb anything. I'll try and get a better look at what they're cradling, but I'm not going to disturb them.
Let us see here.
Roll perception, -2, because you really don't want to know.
Ah, fuck. Oh well.
Some things are better left not known. This is one of those times.
I think Jen can kind of piece together what it might be. She's like, yeah, let's not look at any baby skeletons today.
Anyways, after looking around in the trunk, you do find some scraps of cloth, but more importantly, a single bottle of Sunset Sarsaparilla.
Oh, fucking sweet. It's been ages since I've had one of these. It's like looking over to Bob and says, have you ever tried one of these?
Oh. Yeah, I think a long time ago. Not as long as you, I guess.
Yeah, it's been 100 years since I've tasted one of these things.
Think you could hold back enough to leave a little when you're done? I got it looks so bad as remaining Molotov. I need to resupply in a bit. Or I could wait till Buford.
She kind of giggles at you. It's not alcoholic, silly.
Oh.
It's a soda.
Oh, enjoy. I mean, if I could have a sip, that'd be cool. But enjoy.
Yeah, go ahead. You kind of tossing the bottle to him.
In the meanwhile, would I be able to look over this vehicle and see exactly how it's broken down and if it's salvageable at all?
You can tell instantly that everything is too rusted. There is nothing salvageable at all. You're not turning this into a working car. This is a tomb. A coffin.
Is there any way to, is there any salvageable scrap?
No, everything's too rusted and ruined. Aside from the pieces of cloth I mentioned, the other thing of note is the sunset sarsaparilla.
Well, I would be sad and remiss to inform you that there is no way that we would get this motor vehicle operational.
Yeah, people don't really use cars around here anyways. Or at least they don't. They haven't as of recently that I know of. Usually people just start using Ponos.
Quite. Now, shall we move along?
Yeah, sure. Let's go. You want to hold on to that, or do you want me to?
He's kind of still kind of smacking his lips, pondering it. Takes another sip. Yeah, you can. Yeah, go ahead.
No, it's all right. You can keep it.
Hey, 100 years longer than. I guess not longer than never, but in the span of a life of 32 years, yeah. No, hold.
Nah, it's fine. Fuck it. I'll hold on to it. Just let me know if you want some more.
That'd be cool. Thanks.
Days wear on. You do manage to eventually lap past the spindlers, mercifully.
Nice. All right.
Now we are to come in and
talk with these people, correct?
Yes, but while I know you're quite the charismatic one, Sir Pendleton, I believe that our friend Bob here, has a bit more of a rapport with these people, being of similar tribes.
He nods.
Yes, quite.
Yes. I'll see what I can do if we can. Out of character, would I know if there's a specific meeting hall or anything in this area?
Oh yeah, there's a main old watchtower that's built. It's basically where everyone sets up camp around. You know where to go to find people.
All right. Would he kind of look over Jen and her buddy and just is there any remaining spindles or webs on them or?
I mean, considering Sir Pendleton is wearing one of its fucking jaws.
That is a very good point.
Yep.
He'd kind of go over to Sir Pendleton, just can I borrow one of these? A little bit of credibility. You'll get it back.
Oh yes, as long as you return it.
All right. He just kind of lift it up.
Hands it to you.
Lifts it up, just kind of marvels over for a minute, and it's all right, I think this will work. And he starts heading into town.
Into camp, more like.
Into camp, making his way towards the watchtower. But if people are starting to walk out, he might greet them.
And some people are already out at this time of day. It's mid-morning by now. People are just having breakfast. They're all dressed the same way as Brandoon. It looks familiar, but the material, animal skins and bits of animal skins and cotton and other natural things, it doesn't match the pre-war stuff it's trying to emulate at all.
Start just kind of like at a quick pace, not like running, but just like fast walking, looks around, like nods, waves, and OGs.
But you do see someone coming down from the watchtower.
Sir Pendleton.
And he's familiar to you. That blonde hair and mother's eyes.
Oh. Stu?
Stu ends up looking at you. By God, Bran!
Yeah.
And suddenly they start speaking swiftly. There is no understanding them. Unless you guys would like to roll... would like to roll lore or intelligence.
Wait, is that the same language that I speak? The second
No,
language?
they are not speaking that.
Ah, gotcha. Different language.
Uh-huh. Would you guys like to roll lore or intelligence to figure it out?
No.
Lore.
Alright.
The 42.
I didn't give you a modifier, but the intended one minus 25, I will let you pass that. You
Oh.
think a few words. By God, bro. And worried. It sounds like that they used to speak English, but it's been morphing in isolation out here.
Yeah, I don't understand a fucking thing.
Yeah, this is totally alien to you.
Like, huh.
And Petra butchered the Queen's English.
Jick, rough time, travel, ubada.
I'm Java. Ugh. He steps forward. You speak the trader tongues?
Trade? Listen,
Trader. You know. They bring goods, we give goods in exchange.
Ah, yes, I do. This is usually my job is warning people about spindler hordes, and thought I thought we'd notify you that there's a significant
Giant swarm of giant spiders coming at your way. I would quite recommend that you evacuate.
Brandoon holds up, nods, and like holds up the jai he got from Pendleton.
Spindler? My God. What is a spindler?
It's like it kind of
Well, that
Jen's-
would merely be its head that he is holding right now.
or
And
more
there are
accurately, it's
thousands.
jaws. You've seen spiders, right? And I'm assuming you've also-
Spider? Stu ends up looking to his brother.
They speak. He says in their dialect. They speak the truth. I wish you could say damage was done, but had a mishap throwing one of these. Pat Smalltop. We very big, very scary, and there are many more on the way. She says they destroy whole colonies, whole cities.
It's like, are you saying this in like their language or in?
Oh no, in his and his brother's language.
Ah, gotcha.
You do notice emotion to you though when he mentions about she says that they destroy whole cities, whole towns.
So I think she can assume, like, yeah, these things are no joke. I've seen entire civilizations being wiped out by hordes of them. And there's a significant enough pack coming your way that it wouldn't look nice if you stick around.
Civilization? I don't know what that means.
Very, very, very big camp.
Quite frankly, if you stay here, you're all fucked.
Sir
I do
Pendleton,
understand the robot.
he's saying that...
I do understand the robot.
Oh.
Fucked is a common word from the traders.
You know what? I don't doubt it.
Now,
Quite.
here's what I'm going to do. Lady, you said you're familiar with these things?
I've been watching and hunting them for 100 years, so I'd sure hope so.
Ah, you're one of the living dead. That explains.
Yep.
Brad, I want you to get some runners going out. He's saying this in English to make sure you two understand very clearly. They will warn the rest of the tribes and the villages of everything. In the meantime, I want to know if these things can be lured elsewhere out of the way to be dealt with later.
Would I know how to lure them out?
Bait. A line of bait. And it's got to be at a large scale, considering, well, a large horde.
It's like, she says, the only way I found to divert them is with large enough bait. And with how big this horde is, you're gonna need a lot of meat or a lot of livestock to put them out somewhere else.
Ah, livestock. Do you happen to have heard of Brahmin?
Brahmin?
Cows.
Ah, we do have a cow, yes. It's just weird. Traders to the west sometimes describe them as Brahmin.
Quite. They do not exactly resemble the cows from before the war. Considering the
It
two
looks
heads
and sounds like it is.
But from what I am gathering, you only have the singular, correct?
They have two heads, yes.
But you only have one cow.
Yeah. I can reach out to some. I can reach out to the people that handle the cows. They will set something up.
Good. Just whatever direction you want them going, put them in that direction. They'll start heading off that way. In the meantime, you said you needed some runners? Where am I sending them?
No, Brown is sending them.
Ah, gotcha.
At this point, he ends up switching back to his native tongue, but you can tell the gist is, the heck are you still standing here for? Go!
Grandma, kind of, nods, quickly walks over, reaches out to Pendleton, hands him his head back, and then, sets off to try to find the runners.
Alright.
Ah, thank you.
Brian is my brother.
Oh. Well, I can tell you he's definitely a smart young lad.
If not a bit clumsy.
Smart. He's normal. Clumsy. I agree.
I mean, he did blow up a Molotov in his face.
Again?
It's like,
We've been doing that since we were children. He smiles as the burn scars shine from the sun.
it's like, well, he's a good kid at heart.
You would assume if he kept using the Molotovs, he would get better at operating them over time.
We do not realize his age.
Huh?
He and I are both in our 30s.
Oh.
We are no longer children.
Ah.
Much to the unhappiness of my mother, and the disappointment of my father in the case of Bran.
Yeah, parents never want you to grow old.
You say that, and yet they seem to love my own children so much. Grandparents, that's the term, correct?
Yeah, I wish I could have been one of those.
He says nothing. Come inside the watchtower. We have a paper that lets you see our lands.
Ah, that's what we call a map, sir.
Map, that was the word.
Oh, good. Like, so she follows him.
And you end up just going inside the large watchtower. It's big, it's built out of wood, has a scrap metal roof. It's got wooden flooring, mercifully. These guys at least do have some carpentry skills. Boards feel relatively smooth, you can get, and they even have a few chairs you can sit in. Wooden, but they're decent.
She thanks him for helping him out and sits down.
No offense, but I do believe I would set the chairs on fire if I attempted to sit down, so I shall, stand.
Okay. Are you a robot from Butte?
Come again?
Butte. It is a village, not part of the tribes, north of us.
Oh, no. You see, there was a lovely band of, I can't even say that with a straight face. There were a bunch of fuckers, yes, to the north, but they were, what you might call raiders.
I know what band means. Raider, no. But band is trouble. Brian was looking for his special medicine again, wasn't he?
He mentioned nothing of the sort, and by the way, you refer to him as Bran. That is not how he introduced himself.
His name is Bran the Brink. Brandoon the Brink. I am Stu Watt, son of Patrick.
Well, it's very nice to meet. It's very nice to.
In his own head is just like, oh my god, these people butchered the human language, the English language for their names. But outside he says, that is a lovely name.
Says, well, it's very nice to meet you. And as much as I would love to chat a bit more, I think there's more pressing matters at hand.
Yes, would you please point out that map for us?
Yes. Now, there is a spot to the there is a spot near the mountains, but still in the plains, that does have enough deep hills that a lot of game like to sit in, but we don't hunt there. We much prefer these grounds instead. That being said, we'd be willing to sacrifice this northern area to be a new nest for them, as it were. Keep them out here so that the rest may survive.
That would certainly draw them in, yeah.
You may want to work on your evacuation plans regardless, just in the happenstance that things don't
Yes. The
Yeah.
candidate for them to be suckered in is up there. He points on the map to the icon that I hope you can tell is a spider web.
Yep.
To the east, Dynamite Falls will have to be evacuated and families will need to be moved elsewhere. Probably Fallspark. That's how it always is.
Any chance I could get a screenshot of this map? I can't see a damn thing.
Oh, did I? Oh, you guys are on the roll hack, right?
No, so Fluff Fairy specifically cannot really put up the maps and whatnot. He can do the rolls and whatnot, but his situation means that he
Okay,
has-
someone's... Oh, right, he can't see right now. Alright, someone send him this screenshot then.
Alright.
This work?
Yep, that works. Well, you don't need to actually take a picture of your computer.
Yeah, I basically do.
It was the quickest method I knew available. I am technologically not great.
Alright.
Alright, I got it. Don't worry. It's like, yeah, if you they're probably gonna set up a nest there, and that's gonna become a problem in the future.
But it buys time, no?
It does buy time. just be aware that you're going to want to run drills more often of evacuations, because it can happen on a dime.
Noted. He actually starts writing something down. Unfortunately, what he's writing down is his native tongue. And even if the alphabet is still largely the same, the jumble of letters is utterly mixed up. The only exception, however, well, roll lore minus 25.
Alright. $12.
Hey, you actually got it. Since I'm there as well, would you mind if I roll, just in case?
Sure.
It's lore minus 25. Nope.
Middleton doesn't get it, but Jen does. These are quotes. The words you see most common are, and so it came to pass. And you can read that legibly.
Huh.
Other things you can read include, and God said. Every now and then.
She's like, oh, so they kind of take their words more from the Bible. Or at least the translated Bible.
I should mention that "and so it came to pass" is actually a recurring phrase from the Book of Mormon.
So they're from Mormons. Got it.
Yep.
All right.
What else do you require of us for this threat?
It's like,
Who are you?
my name is Jen O'Connor from the north of Glacier Park. I'm assuming that doesn't ring a bell, but it's up past Green Mountain.
Green Mountain does not ring a bell.
It's probably for the best that it doesn't. It's
Why?
site. Enough radiation to.
Oh, radiation. Ah.
Oh, you mean that kind of green?
Yes, the not nice kind.
Yes, I would assume so, but I don't particularly deal with radiation poisoning like the biologicals do. Oh, but I haven't introduced myself. I am Sir Pendleton. At your service, sir.
Noted, strange robot. Do you kill?
Well, I mean, Sir Pendleton just points at the jaws of the bug that they killed earlier on his head as a hat.
Do not kill anyone here, or I will finish you myself.
I do not believe I have much reason to want to harm your people. Unless they give me ones, I am not provoked.
Now, what are you trying to get at for this?
It's like, Jen just kind of looks at him and is like, I'll be honest with you, this was my job before the war was to protect people from wildlife and make sure no one gets hurt. That's my job now. I don't expect any sort of payment.
I see. I can offer you room and board here for the night, but you're going to have to speak to our council.
All right.
They will have to explain everything, and they will want to know why I use my own little position to force people to hand over their cattle.
Yes, I know that's going to be a very tough thing, but I'm hoping that it'll save a lot more lives than it would feed.
Yes. I believe I know what you should do. I am going to have to stay here and make sure, and then head to Dynamite Falls to make sure they evacuate. Bran and you two, I'm going to have you go to the craters of the moon.
Sounds good to me.
Where would that be?
Southwest of here. That is sacred ground. Do not defile it. But you may pass through it. Look for the lone house on the hill.
Very well.
I just warn that by the time we get back, the Spindlers might already be here.
Then you'd better get out of the way.
Indeed. She says, kind of rising from her chair. I assume we should be heading out immediately then.
Yes.
All right. I believe. Do you know when Bran will be back?
Would you like Bran to walk in right on that moment?
That'd be pretty cinematic, yeah.
Okay. And
They're out now, brother. I think they got the message.
good. I'm heading to I'm heading to Dynamite Falls to let them know. No, I want you to go to Fallspark and inform them. But stop by home. Father will want to see and hear of this.
I'll bet he will. Sounds like a plan. Thank you, brother. And be safe.
I hope so. Tell Jack that I said hello.
I will. Should I tell him you'll be back for the old stickball sometime before the summer?
You visibly see Sir Pendleton wince at this conversation.
Meanwhile, Jen's just kind of sitting there pleasantly nodding, just like, I didn't care for this dumbass fucking culture in the first place.
No, let's get moving. He ends up grabbing a sack, pulls it over his shoulder, and starts walking out.
Alright, so we're headed to some crater place? I forget what the name was.
Oh, Craters of the Moon. It's a spiritual place. We well, a lot of my family as a whole's from there. Very important since the sky fell and landed and gave us our little sanctuary. It's a lot to get into, but I could elaborate for you guys on the road if you want.
Sure thing. Let's head out now. I know he was talking about room and board earlier, but I don't think we have the time for that.
You do have time to grab enough water to last you a trip, though.
That we do.
Would I have managed to snag some drinks from any scouts that ran off in a hurry?
Yeah, you got some water. Purified, too.
Oh, nothing with a little kick that I could maybe make flammable?
Oh, yeah, no, there's no alcohol here.
Alright.
It's gonna take another day to get to the craters of the moon, but you can do it just fine.
Alright, good.
Mm-hmm. I don't have a map for this one, unfortunately, but I already made 2 maps for you guys today, so I feel fulfilled on that quota.
It's whatever, you're fine.
Alright. Eventually, things start getting hillier again. In the distance, you can still see the mountains to the north of you that you guys came out of. This is very much relatively flat land until you get to these hills. And sometimes it does look like a crater, which probably explains the name. And then eventually you do spot
the name.
Mm-hmm. Eventually, you do spot a very large 3-floor log cabin with some farmland right next to it adjacent. It's the only structure around. In the evening, in the early evening light, you can see someone's putting on candles.
This your place, Brandoon?
That it is. That it is. Hey, just to clear up any confusion. Yeah, Brandoon. I just went by Bob the Snob because I wasn't really out of the danger zone yet. I had to kind of gotta kind of just make up something on the spot. Don't want to give up too many details. Understood. Everything good.
Trust me, I've worked with law enforcement enough times to get used to that sort of thing.
Huh. All right. Man. Cool.
As you approach, you see that in the evening light, there is one kid, pretty young, probably about 8 years old, who's basically working in the garden. Then he sees the three of you approach, and he starts shouting some word, but it's with Bran, so probably this is family of some sort.
All right.
And Bran would definitely recognize Jack.
So you just hear from Brandoon's mouth, which is be like, Jahak, you walk up. But it would be to Jack, it would be like, or Jahak, it would be Jahak, I'm back. What's going on?
He launches into some rapid-fire speech that's a bit difficult to understand even for you. And you speak the damn language. But it's summarized that he really wanted to go with his father out to the Beaufort hunting grounds. And that his grandparents and Bran's own parents were doing okay.
You do not want to go to Beaufort hunting grounds. Not today. Later. What's everyone up to? Where are they?
Excitedly, he barely manages to say his grandparents are inside, but already someone is walking down the steps of the large house. A certain bald figure whose skin color and skin and eye color matches Brandoon's uncannily. Bran?
Pa!
Who is Luck? La language?
Pa. Yeah. Pa, he kind of motions to the party. Big story. May we come in?
He just nods, still looking a little sullen.
Jen is just trying to keep a smile on her face, just oh god, I'm gonna have to tell these people about this shit, or at least I hope Bran tells them. I don't want to tell them.
Pendleton just sort of leans in next to Jen.
Much news to come. May need a seat.
So Pendleton just leans into Jen and is just.
He nods. That's when Bran's mother comes in. Her hair has gone totally white since you were younger, but you still recognize her. She looks much more like Stu, to put it bluntly.
Mama, and would probably go try to go in for a hug.
She'd take it.
Oh, good.
She remains silent, but Pa Trick does speak. You speak the traitor tongue?
Yeah, that's what I've heard it being called.
It is called English.
Okay. Sorry for the squeaky chair.
It's alright. But she just says, should we discuss the news inside? In case the little one does not want to hear?
Okay, we wait for the little one to sleep.
It's also
You
urgent.
do not have that luxury of time, sir.
What is luxury?
Lord.
We have to do this quick, or you may not be very happy.
It's like, listen, so there's these things called spindlers, giant spiders size of, Deathclaw?
What is Deathclaw?
Shit, no, another northern thing. Okay.
You see this thing on my head.
Yeah, at the same time, like, kind of, Brandon, after a long hug with his mom, would just kind of, like, point to the spindler head displayed on Pendleton.
You see this on my head that I'm wearing as a hat. These are merely the jaws of the things that she discusses with you.
He's silent, and then you see his eyes slowly go wider and wider and wider.
They are heading towards the hunting grounds. We've already spoken with them. They're notifying nearby tribes, and we're trying to get some sort of bait out a bit out of the direction of the tribes in order to lure them away. We were told to speak with you about it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stu knows.
And I assume Stu wishes to use this position to convince people to go along with whatever he intends.
I know it's a big thing to ask, but I've seen cities, giant cities being torn down by these things.
We fought a single one, and it took, I would say all four of us, but,
Just like a sideways glance at Brandon, then turns back to the father.
it took, myself, Jen, and her canine companion a, great deal of luck. And, yes, quite to say, killing one of them was atrocious, let alone probably the horde of thousands.
I might be able to kill one of them relatively with a relative effort, but that's only because I've watched them for a century.
I've borne many brave wolves.
And she just says, I know it's a lot to ask, but if this does not happen, if these cattle are not let out as bait, many people will die.
I would like you to roll something.
All right. What am I rolling?
I'd say it's charm, but no modifier because you've made a very good case so far.
Okay. And it's me rolling, not Sir Pendleton, isn't it?
If you fail, I will let Sir Pendleton roll, but he's going to have a minus 15 modifier.
I'm going to be honest with you, it's not looking good. Yeah, it's not looking good. I'm dog shit at talking to people. All right, Sir Pendleton, if you would please.
But of course you shall.
Oh, fuck.
She may not be too eloquent at putting it, but basically, if you don't do this, you are fucked. That is not
Gives an
me
apologetic
threatening you
look
with
to his
that.
mom.
That is not me threatening that. That is the fauna, if you will.
Very well, robot. I will head I will head to Falspark and do what I can to make sure the councils do not interfere with this plan.
We appreciate this. Thank you.
No, is the situation so urgent that I can't wait until the morning?
It's like she kind of looks at him and says, "They're heading towards the village as we speak." In
They'll get
fact,
changed and go. Samantha. The two start speaking in their own language, and he walks off. He's not giving you another word if things are as quick as you guys say they are.
good. He just might catch up.
Best to err on the side of caution. Especially when the death of a civilization is at stake.
Samantha, meanwhile, turns to her son again, and it's very noticeable that she hasn't spoken any English at all. She ends up asking a question, him a question. It's fairly obvious from the context. It's what are you doing next?
Like, whatever needs to be done, we're here at your aid.
Unknown, are you there?
Yep.
Oh, surprised you weren't speaking up, huh? Brandoon's mom was talking to him.
Okay, sorry, I misunderstood after.
Oh, my bad.
Sorry.
Yeah, you just go. I'm sorry.
Part of this I tried to get everyone to safety and do what we can. I kind of helped, but they were able to kill one. They're not unstoppable. No, I think if we can, Stu has the cattle out in the open and the trap. They're gonna try to spring something for him, and hopefully, if everyone who can just stays out of the way and we kill these, we can stop it before this gets bad. Whew.
Assuming they actually hit, a massive wave of giant boulders would probably do the job.
Yeah, if we could, I'm not sure we'd find a massive wave of those, but enough explosions, enough bullets, enough pointy things.
She nods and then starts speaking again. You can tell, however, that by her ending with the name of Hatello, she's referring to a place. Brandoon, who actually knows what she's saying, is saying that in the morning they should probably go to Hatello, see if the warnings got out fast enough or not, and then from there join their dad in Falspark. Unless they have another idea.
That I got nothing, but that sounds like it makes sense. And he'd kind of relay that to Pendleton and Jen of, we could meet up with my dad and over yonder towards Falspark, see how things have gone, and go from there.
All right. Does that mean we're heading off?
You look kind of sadly over at the family. It's like,
It's
yeah, I think it does.
She says, I'm assuming they're not heading in that direction per se. Are they heading in that direction?
The Spindlers?
Yeah, in the direction of whatever.
They were going towards the Buford hunting grounds. We'll see if the plan ends up taking them more northeast instead.
All right. So it's not going towards this place she's speaking of.
Yeah, it's not going towards Hatello, which I will ding.
He's
like toward
a lakeside town.
She says to Brandoon, it's not heading in that direction, and we've been hoofing it for a long time without a lot of rest. It might benefit us to get some rest so we can properly do things.
Yeah, maybe. You know these things, and not a hunter per se.
It's like,
All right. Well, I could probably sleep in my old bed again if no one repurposed it. That'd be cool.
Samantha says something ends up showing you to some rooms.
oh, thank you.
Enjoy the bed. It's far more comfier than anything you've had in over a century.
Not even my old barracks bed.
I mean, it's a barracks bed, so no.
Yeah.
That tells you everything you need to know. This may have been formed out of feathers, but by God, is it comfortable.
She just lays down, just like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my aching bones. My aching radiated bones.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You can get a free meal of breakfast before you guys go, so no need to expend food for this day of traveling.
Nice. And what about the fatigue? Do I finally
You finally lose it because that is the best bed you've slept in 100 years.
Nice. That's good. Finally have that fatigue off. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Bulls are
A
gonna
good
be...
sleep and breakfast does wonders.
All right.
For a biological.
And I'm assuming after breakfast, Jen just kind of gets up and is like, "It's been a pleasure. Brandon, if you could translate, it's been a pleasure meeting you, and we'll be heading off to the place you mentioned. Thank you for the hospitality."
You translate all that as warm and friendly as you can.
2 words come out of Samantha's mouth. Good and bye.
At least that hasn't changed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, farewell to you too, man. And
As soon as we get out of earshot, Sir Pendleton just like turns to the other party and it's just like,
what kind of butchering has your culture done to the English language?
What?
It's like,
What just? Nah, these are the old names.
it's like,
I am Brandon. My brother is what? Jahak. Means one swift climber, slayer of giants.
I do not have the processing power to deal with this right now.
Sir Pendleton just flies off ahead.
it's like, he kind of like pats Brandon on the back. Don't let him get to you too much.
They say the machines are all crazy, operating on some sort of minds we can't understand. We'll get there one day.
It's like, it's not so much as that as sometimes people who have been around longer have a little bit more difficulty accepting radical change.
Yeah, ain't broke, don't fix it, right? As he says that, he pulls out a joint of Nubis and like lights it up. Kind of like looks to Jen. Just, you want one, or you good?
What is that?
Nubis.
Nope. No, but do you mean, is that, she's like, looks at it, is it cannabis?
It's Nubis.
Can she look at it and just kind of be like, that's a joint?
Yeah, that's the joy.
Like, that's a joint. It's like, you know what? I've had a long day, a long few weeks. Fuck it. How long do these usually last for you guys?
I assume it's probably it literally is like cannabis, so I assume it's probably about
I
the
have
same.
2 questions. Number 1, how strongly packed are this culture's joints? And number 2, how much is Sir Pendleton gonna hate traveling with 2, like, fucking weedheads for the remainder of this journey?
Well, you've got some hints, and clearly there's some disappointment in Brand, so you figure out their policy with chems. Anywho, I'm gonna put in general the stats for Anubis.
Newbie.
And don't worry, Brandoon's got a lighter. So for 1 hour you get that. Addiction chance is 20%. And factoring that in with your resolve, that means in Jen's case, getting out to check. Let's see, you've got room for 1, and resolve is 18.
2% chance? Is it just that simple?
Yeah, 2% chance of getting addicted to cannabis instantly. So I'm gonna roll 1d100. If she gets a 1 or 2, she's addicted to it.
Ah, fuck.
Alright,
Nope,
no.
she's not addicted. She's good. But it's fucking good, and I can't wait to see what the conversation turns to.
Fucking hell, it's been over 100 years since I've had one of these. This is good shit. Where do you find this?
Oh, just got guys come down the river. They just got their stuff. Doc, I think I know. Some places aren't so cool as they say, and they that some might not want to talk, but once you know, you can find the guy. You can see the guys when they come rowing up.
Fucking Mormons smoking weed. I never thought I'd see the day.
What? What's a Mormon?
Oh, you don't know then. I kind of picked apart a few bits and pieces. It looks like your language is a little bit less based off of English itself and more based off of the Book of Mormons.
Huh.
It's ancient. It's a very, very old religious text. I personally didn't like Mormons back then, but it seems like you guys have changed a lot.
Yeah, you're saying like some are in their ways, but some are.
You still fuck like rabbits.
Better.
Oh, it's a joke.
Everyone's got their noise, man. But like, so more Mormons was more men. Was it like it's because like more and more would join?
It's honest. Like she's like, honestly, I don't fucking know. I think I don't think the word has any meaning really, as much as it is just what they called themselves, Mormons. And
I'm not going to make a comment here on that line.
There's probably some like old origin within like their culture for the reason why it became Mormon, but it is definitely not what Brandoon is getting at.
Was it like people from?
What'd you say?
Was it like people from like from this valley? They were the Mormons. Was it like was there like a place?
Utah. Utah is where they used to mainly be. That entire fucking state was Utah. I couldn't step foot inside that place or they'd hang me.
Oh. Whoa,
Yeah, they don't really like any. They didn't used to like anybody that wasn't explicitly straight and of their descent.
Like straight like an arrow of
A bunch of
Morgan up the
insular
valley.
bigots.
They
It's like
were they they were like warlike? Were they was the big war? You know, I hear about people. Was that them?
the Great War. No, they had little to do with it.
No,
Although I
that
guess
was the commies.
Huh? The commies. You guys know them? What are they like? They
fucking horrible.
Oh,
No one liked them except themselves. I'll be honest with you. It was China and Russia mainly.
huh?
And as for Mormons, I'm guessing they had a field day when the bombs dropped. They were always telling about, oh, the end times are near. The end times are coming any day now. Bet they're real happy in their radiated graves now.
They got that. They got that wisdom. All right, yeah. So they knew, and then they knew they had to ascend, right? So they became like us, and we're pretty cool.
You are pretty
I
cool.
don't-
I'll give you credit for that. I never thought
yeah, yeah.
I never thought I'd meet Mormons that I like. I'll be honest with you.
See, even in 100 something years, life's still full of surprises.
Dear Lord, can we stop talking about the Mormons?
It's like,
I'm kind of on a roll here, man. I mean, we're still walking. We'll get there.
It's like
Pendleton, Pendlebro.
it's like, yeah, man. Like, you guys are like surprisingly okay with a lot of stuff now. Like, you're not you're not dragging people by their hands on the backs of truck for being gay anymore. That's good.
The gay, but yeah, destruction leads to renewal. You know how sometimes when a branch burns and ash on the ground, and something else gets there.
Yeah, and I'd say with the Mormons, it's the one of the few things I've seen the bombs improve.
Huh?
Yes, quite.
Look to the sky.
Patting yourselves on the back.
Oh wow.
I should note that the players of Unlucky Rolls do not share the views of their characters.
Very, very quite obviously.
Yeah.
Considering two of you are inebriated, or one of us is a somewhat.
One is a robot, the other two are currently high.
Yeah. But skirting along a little bit, can we fast forward?
Okay. It
Thing.
takes 2 days to get to Hatello. The first day you get to the lake, but it takes another to walk around it. There's more wooden buildings and dirt roads here. Still zero electricity, however. Everything's by candlelight. Light and fire. And the smell is god-awful. They're trying to keep themselves clean, but it's not enough.
Fair enough.
Nevertheless, it's a decent-sized town. There's all sorts of services there. You even spot what looks like a restaurant. Not a bar, though. There is no bar.
It's like, okay, Brandoon, mind working your magic with the locals again? Making sure that you know that the things are coming through?
He would
Or at least in the general direction.
He would nod over to Pendleton and come over looking for that spider head again.
People are already looking at the spider head, so that's
Okay. He would instead crack his knuckles and walk towards the people and just say, "Hello, friends. We have in the language.
Mhm.
Hello, friends. We have dire news for you all. An army of," and he would turn his finger back over towards the spindler head.
Pendleton
Big-
sort of takes it
big
off
bugs
himself and waves it around a little bit.
are coming to devour you and all you hold dear.
It's like
It is.
Jen has no idea what he's saying, so he's just nodding along.
It
I'm
is.
gonna want you to roll charm. No modifier. Bran.
He's going to induce mass panic. Are the Spindlers even like heading in this general direction, or is this like to
No,
the
you guys
side?
went southeast. They were going north
Yeah.
northeast. Literally, everyone just turns back to their meals. They're not listening to you anymore.
Do they?
If you keep going, one person eventually says, "Hey, Jeremiah, can you throw this guy out?"
Brand
Did
Boom
they
with
say
his
that
eyes.
in like their native tongue, or
You're
in,
saying
like,
it in their native tongue. You do pick up Jeremiah, and you see a big burly man start walking towards you guys.
Excuse me, do any of you speak, what are these?
trader's tongue?
Yes, the trader's tongue.
No trader's tongue, sorry. He
Ah,
makes
don't need
a
to.
walking motion with his fingers and points to the door.
It's like maybe we don't go to a bar to announce this. Is there like turning to Brandoon? Is there like a like city hall or something?
Brandu would start to step out, and is there, to his recollection?
Yeah, there is a central hall near the waterfront.
Yeah, they might be more serious. Think about taken serious, and he started to try to lead the party that way.
Yes, I'm
We do have
assuming.
a bad habit of communicating with the inebriated.
Pendleton just sort of...
Never mind that I mentioned that there was no alcohol there or a bar in that place.
Yeah.
Engrossed by food.
Mm-hmm.
Pendleton just assumes these savages are always inebriated. No.
I'm assuming at this point, as they're here, like Jen is off of her stuff.
Oh yeah, the effects of Anubis ended a long time ago. It only lasts an hour.
Good.
So you end up going to the town hall. It doesn't have a clock, but it looks similar to traditional town halls. Similar color scheme at least, even if it's faded. And the front door is unlocked, so you can easily just walk inside.
Brandu just kind of like pokes his head around and just pops in.
You don't recognize anyone up front, but they do look at you. And one person is basically says in their language, "What's up?"
He would clear his throat, and as he motions to Sir Pendleton with the severed head of this beast, I bear grim news already spread to the craters of the moon and to the hunting grounds of many more creatures like this one that this lucky crew has managed to slay. They're on their way, and it's imperative.
Trader's tongue.
Oh no, this is Brandoon's dialect.
Yeah, so, not to be
And it's
rude
worth
to you,
noting that the
IRL
person
character,
you're speaking to does actually turn. I speak trader's tongue.
Yeah, so basically at this point what Sir Pendleton does is he blatantly interrupts you because the last couple attempts you guys have made to, talk to people have gone rather poorly.
Fair.
And he's just like, pardon me, can we just skip the middle...
Pardon me, can we just skip the middleman? Do you speak trader's tongue?
I do. What is it?
Yes, you see this on my head.
What is that?
These are the jaws of one of the many creatures that is currently heading north-northeast in the general direction of the trader's town. that are quite, frankly, going to fuck people up if nothing is done about it. We are currently traversing around to all of these local settlements of yours to warn the local populace of their coming. They are giant spiders, as it were.
Can I just back up Pendleton instead of taking charge? Just kind of saying, I've seen entire cities bigger than many of these put together be destroyed by hordes of these. I'd recommend, as my friend has said, I'd certainly recommend evacuation from any areas in its path.
I'd say no modifier, but since Charm's at 100, that's an automatic success, I believe. So, congratulations. I will speak to the leaders of us at Hatello, and we will go forwards, and we will make sure your story is backed up. We ask you to stay here.
But also tell those rebel rousers that you're.
He just points vaguely in the direction of the building that we thought was a bar.
It's like she kind of speaks up. In their defense, we were talking about giant spiders the size of small buildings coming towards them. It's a little bit hard to believe, even with the evidence.
Yes, quite.
Don't disturb a man when he eats. Don't disturb a man when he eats his breakfast. He's less likely to listen.
Yes, quite. When they are not too busy performing their biological necessities, would you inform them properly that this is no joke?
Will you fall silent, robot?
What?
I just told you to shut the fuck up in the most polite way possible.
Excuse me, sir. What did you just say?
Silence.
I believe that is a rude way to put it about.
He just breathes in and enjoying the quiet. Okay. We will ask you to stay here, verify the story, and then you'll be free to go before noon if what you say is true.
Absolutely.
If you're back along the river, the truth of the matter soon. Sure enough, before noon hits, someone coming up from False Spark arrives by boat, and you can tell that your story's just been backed up fantastically.
Ooh.
Well then.
I didn't know you were the harbinger of cattle. Go. And the guy is clearly disappointed, but you got what you wanted.
Good. Another civilization warned.
Are there any other places that might be along its path that we might wish to warn?
Well, at this point, no. Stu's already said he'd handle Dynamite Falls. That being said, Patrick did ask you guys to go to Fallspark to see the Council of Councils.
We should probably do that. That sounds important.
Now, do you want to go by foot or by boat?
Well, I'm assuming by boat would be faster.
Yes, it would be. It'd just take one day to get there.
Yep. So, if possible, we could hitch a ride on a boat and pay them in meat.
Oh, you can do that. Lose 3 meat.
All right.
You got time travel.
All right. Jerky or the spider meat?
I'd say do the spider meat. It's probably a bit exotic for them.
She's just like, you poor fools, and hands it to him.
Eat it before it eats you, I guess.
Exactly.
They're pulling a fucking 40k Tyranids. They're eating it and gaining its power.
All right.
Spider tribe. Dun, 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 dun.
Spider tribe. All right. So we're heading up the river, I'm assuming, or lake, or
Downriver, technically.
downriver. Even better. Be faster that way.
It is a bumpy ride, though. There are some rapids along the Snake River, and it's always uncomfortable how soaked you get.
Yikes.
At least nobody fell out this time. And after a brief stop to refuel at another town in Mini Doka, you guys go along much quicker. And then the river goes lower, and the height of the world gets wider. Eventually, you are in a canyon.
What a wonderful view.
It's like, can Jen kind of identify this canyon at all?
Is she familiar with Idaho at all? I'd assume so, considering it's nearby. By where she lived. By car, anyways.
I'd assume so, yeah.
She is getting... Fallspark, apparently, is Twin Falls, Idaho. Or at least near it. And you recognize this canyon. She may also be familiar with the historical curiosity of Evel Knievel. But for information on that, I'm gonna need you to roll lore.
Alright. Let's go with that then. Ba-boom. Probably not gonna be the best, but you know what? She doesn't have the best memory in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Any modifier?
No modifier.
Ba-boom. 42.
Answers everything. There was once a legendary stuntman named Evel Knievel who once launched himself over this canyon in a rocket. One wonders if the ramp he used is still around.
She's like tapping both Sir Pendleton and Brandoon very excitedly. It's like, yo, this is where Evel Knievel jumped over.
Oh. He looks around. It's like this Knievel. Why would he call him evil? Was he some sort of devil?
No. He was the best. He was a stuntman. There was one time where he was doing a stunt where he got himself in a rocket and launched himself over this canyon. Some people say the ramp that he used is still around here today.
He was like a warrior? This was a weapon?
Oh no.
Well, no, he did it purely for entertainment.
And damn, was it entertaining.
Yes, you see, things were a lot less, brutally violent and prone to murder before the Great War.
I mean,
no disrespect,
it
man
was
after rocket.
I mean, it was still pretty brutally murder. It just wasn't in this country, and
yes,
they
all
were
the gun empire was overseas.
Yeah, and they were real good at hiding it as well. But yeah, this is where Evel Knievel jumped over. This is Twin Falls.
Huh. Evel Knievel. And a rocket.
It's just sort of dawning on me now how much I love this dynamic of two motherfuckers that were here before the war explaining everything that
Yep.
Glad you enjoy the dynamic.
I do. We do. I hope we all do.
Yes.
All right. So we're going down this canyon.
Eventually, you can see that there is civilization. That there is buildings on the north side of the canyon and the south side. The south side looks like a filthy gray wreck. The north side has much more colorful wooden buildings. In the middle of it all is what used to be a bridge, because you can see that it's long since collapsed into the river.
Yikes.
You actually pass through the wreckage before you're let off at a dock, and it's a long walk up the canyon and out.
It's like, well, let's get going.
The guy who handled the boat bids you farewell, but you can tell he looks a little queasy from the spider meat he's been eating.
It's like he just pats him on the back and says, try drying it out next time. It tastes a little bit better."
He has no idea what you just said.
Brian would try to relay that to him.
He nods and basically just rushes off to find a latrine.
The majesty of nature.
It's like, poor fucking guy. He's just like, she kind of like grabs like a small like sack or something that she can probably just grab from somewhere, and places three dried jerky outside. And it's like, that's a proper payment for you.
Add a point of karma for Jen.
1?
Yeah, 1 point.
Just like, you don't deserve that, my man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So,
Shall we be along then?
Yep. Let's get on out.
You know, there does appear to be a conundrum I am facing.
What might that be?
After leaving that band of rousabouts, I have simply accepted the fact that I am no longer anyone's slave, for lack of a better term. But I have no aspirations beyond that. It's a little bit sad. Tell me, what are these? I have heard of them. The dreams that you humans have.
Oh, my dreams it's a bit bland, but it's to hopefully, after all this is settled, get back up to my outpost and start looking out for spindlers again. After all the dust is settled, of course.
Well, that is rather boring to be fair, but at least it's something.
Yeah, I save a lot of lives that way.
Yes, human selflessness, quite.
What about you, Brandoon? What are your dreams, your aspirations?
I mean, they're pretty out there when I don't know if when I'm sleeping or when I do changes, but some days I'm back home, but everyone's different color. Other times I'm flying.
No,
I hear they're like a sign. What?
I don't mean that kind of dream. I mean, what do you want to do with your life? What's on your
What are your goals in life down the line?
Yeah.
Why do I get the feeling Brandoon is thinking of his father again?
He would you'd see his face just kind of sink a little as he just kind of stares up into the sky, stares at his burnt up flesh suit. And it's just, I like to just move and make stuff and, I don't know,
become a wanderer?
Well, I mean, I wander. I wander now, but I don't know, something cool, I guess. Just apply my trade and build from there.
Wow, you two frankly have quite boring goals.
Well, we're average. I'd like to think I'm an average woman.
Right?
Yes, quite average.
Okay.
Oh, actually, that's a lie, considering most people, but I consider myself a relatively
yes,
average.
looking past the obvious.
It's like she just looks over at him. It's like, is every other word that comes out of your mouth a very politely worded insult?
I apologize. It does appear to be the language I've picked up from living with them for quite some time.
It's like, it's fine. It's funny. It's just you're supposed to be the charismatic one out of us, man.
Charismatic. Well, I mean, my goal was negotiations. I never really explicitly said that I needed people to like me.
You know what? I respect that.
Well, thank you, I guess. But, on that matter, I need to find something to aspire for in my, newfound freedom.
Stopping the Spindler army?
Oh, I couldn't care less. I'm just doing it because it's something to do in the moment, but it's not exactly my, end aspiration.
And
I mean-
Jen's going to say this, and I hope that this might, kind of, get a bit of a spark going as far as you both, Pendleton and you, Trisky, and say, well, usually when you're looking for a dream, you look to your friends first. You have any friends back then?
Friends. Well, my my old master before the war is long dead. I don't want to call those others master ever again. I think for the lot of it, it would... the closest thing I could call friend would be you lot.
It's like, you didn't have any other friends back at the, Raider camp? Other people that
Oh
were
no,
in
they were all despicable.
It's like, she chuckles and it's like, yeah, I assumed that. I was just thinking there were probably, if there's one robot, there's usually a few more, if you'll pardon
Oh,
me.
well, the other robot that I quite liked is currently in this.
And he pulls out the chip that he has that has
The holotape.
the holotape that has Lenny's memory in it.
Mhm.
He shut himself down.
Well, looks like you've got yourself a short-term goal right there. That's usually a good platform to work off of.
Yes, but I won't be solving this short-term goal anytime soon if I remain in this, no offense, Brandon, but, quite primitive valley.
She just says, well, like I said, I've got a lot of advanced equipment up at my camp. I'm sure I've got a PC lying around somewhere. You could hook him into that.
That would more than do. But, for now, I tire of conversation. Shall we move ourselves along?
Sure thing.
Alright, double time it, people!
So Pendleton just thrusters on Max and starts moving ahead of you all because he could just fucking
Roll
throw up his
agility.
blood face.
Roll agility.
Modifier
Yeah.
-1.
Goals and friends?
Yeah.
Goals and friends, alright.
5.
You barely just change your thruster position in time and fly right over a cart of cabbages. They all start roasting immediately. My cabbages!
It's like, fuck. Pendleton! And she's just like, okay. She just grabs some,
Hey, I just
dirty...
preheated them for you. They should taste better.
She grabs some, dirty water that she got from the river, I'm assuming, and just starts pouring it over. I've got it. It's like,
He starts he's basically just shouting now, and you can hear, but you can probably tell he's doing their language's equivalent of swearing. And yes, Brand, he is swearing up a storm. One woman even faints hearing him.
so she's swearing up a storm. Jen's essentially getting a large water skin. It's just like, okay, come on.
But it's enough to put it out.
Right, dude, just
And after apologizing, he accepts it, and you're free to take a look around Falspark. Is there anywhere in particular you would like to look at? You've got some time before you have to head to the councils.
Brandon's looking for a certain familiar face.
He's back down towards the cave in the canyon.
You guys go on ahead. I just a little errand I gotta do.
All right, don't be gone too long. And she's gonna start looking around for some sort of the closest thing I can assume to a gun shop.
Yeah, Pendleton is.
There are no gun shops.
Yeah,
Fuck.
I'm looking for whatever sort of trading post or equivalent they have.
Oh, there are various shops and trading posts, but there are no guns or advanced technology here. Things are firmly before 1900.
All right, primitive medical supplies then.
They do have some healing salves and powders available.
All right. Oh, by the way, are we up to decent health?
Oh yeah, by now your health's restored,
Okay, good.
including Roxanne's. She's all better now.
Okay, good. She's going to attempt to like buy some healing salves and the like.
A healing salve is 46, has a value of 46. The healing powder has a value of 21. What do you have to trade in exchange?
I have a fuck ton of meat.
You might want to start with the spider meat before it all spoils.
Yeah, I've still got 22 spider meat, and I'm assuming it's fairly exotic.
Yeah, so it does have so it is worth a little more than usual.
So yeah, she's got 22 spider meat.
We'll say its value is 15 a pop.
15 a pop. All right. I'm assuming.
Remember, there is no actual money here, so make sure it evens out or as close as you can.
So I'm assuming that the healing salve heals more than the healing powder.
Yes, it does.
All right. She's gonna grab. All right. So how much did you say they were each worth?
46 per healing salve.
And the spindler meat was 15. You said.
Yeah.
All right.
So you can buy like 2 healing salves for. It would be like 2 over 6 things of meat.
It'd be about 7, I think.
Yeah, 7 would mean you're like losing about like 13 value.
So you may want to pick something to shore up the value as well.
All right. So I'm spending 7 meat on that. I think I'll grab. All right. So let's see. So I've got
like
22
13 value unused.
So I've got 22 spider meat, which is equivalent of 330 value.
Yep.
Oh. You said the healing salve was 42, you said?
46.
46. So I'll grab 3 of those.
Alright.
Alright, so
And I recommend you open up the items guide and take a look at there to see what stuff you come by. I've given hints as to what sort of stuff they'll have available. Just no advanced technology, no chems or drinks.
So Pendleton is quite frankly bored with all of this and attempts to turn on his radio and see if he can pick up any signal now that they're a bit...
Still no signal.
And when he doesn't get any signal, he's just...
A bother.
alright. Items. So equipment.
Items guide. Just don't go for anything too advanced, and obviously no chems or alcoholic drinks are for sale here.
Oh, so they are still Mormons.
Well, what was the first hint?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bran's father's disappointed in him for a reason. There you go. And speaking of Bran, he's gone back down to the canyon, and more importantly, has gone into a dugout out part of it that's formed a cave. After going down a few passages, he meets up with a certain mustachioed figure. He wasn't born in the tribes, but he's calling this place home. And he likes his little private garden. Yo,
Oh,
he
this
says.
motherfucker's going to his dealer.
Hey, how's it been?
Good. How was the north?
How's what?
The north. You said you were going north, right?
Yeah, well, from the way I got was alright. Met some few troubles, met some new friends, had to come back. By the way, you'll be glad you're hidden. There's some nasties coming this way.
Shit, really? What sort of nasties we talking?
Like big they call them spindlers, big spidery nasties.
He just looks at you and takes a very large puff on his blunt. Shit, man. Sounds crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Now you here for something, and your friends interested in buying? Oh right, you guys don't buy.
Well, I know someone who might buy. I'll have to double check with her after, but
Oh, her. Didn't know you found someone. Congratulations.
no, it's not like that. It's just just people you meet, on the road.
Yeah, I get it. So I got some Nubis ready, but if you want something else a little more interesting, I got something that'll keep you sharp and ready. Something imported from the south. He gets up and pulls up and just pulls aside a curtain. Coyote tobacco.
Huh. Gets you real alert and ready, you saying?
Oh yeah. Gets you alert and ready, even if it makes you a bit weary. Really, but it also keeps you from feeling fatigued out. It's kind of interesting how I got the seeds for it. Actually, someone came from the south.
Huh. Hey, going south, bearing seeds?
Yeah. That's a funny thing, actually. While you were gone, some interesting people came from both ends of the south. Southwest, they had these seeds, and they said they were just looking to get away from deserts. I don't blame them. Shit's rough. And to the southeast, well, they didn't strike me as the type that would want my stuff,
Huh,
You get what I mean?
Like, a lot of my folks around here, or
Oh yeah, like around here. But they were a bit more armed. I mean, they had guns.
Huh. Were they more Muns? I don't know, so more any friend Tommy.
No, I don't think so. These guys called themselves New Canaanites.
Huh, that's something.
Yeah, no, I don't know anything else about them though. Maybe if you asked around, you could figure out if they're still in town or where they are. Yeah, whatever. You want something?
Yeah, I'll let some of you guys know about tobacco if it gets us ready, or once it's a machine, I don't think he can do much with it, but
Tobacco has a value of 81. What are you using to pay for it?
Oh no, he's just saying he's gonna consider that, but he's gonna go on. I don't know. I might need a couple more Nubis.
He shrugs. Nubis is 45.
Let's see if he has something roughly of the value.
Luckily, it's chew, so you don't need a lighter to turn it on to get it going.
Wait, the Nubis? I thought he did use his lighter to light it up, though.
Yeah, but you don't need a lighter for coyote tobacco chew.
All right.
Would this be a good
You
time
would-
for us to do some like trade pricing and negotiation stuff just in the text chat off stream?
You could do that, yes. There is one other thing I'd like you guys to see, however.
Alright.
You're still in town when you start hearing a bell ring. A lot of people on the edge of the canyon suddenly fall back.
Oh, fuck. It's spindlers, isn't it?
You want to get out your binoculars and look?
Absolutely.
Roll observation. Modifier minus 25.
And that's constituting the plus 15?
Yes. You can't make out what's going on, but people are just being super casual about it. The vibe is like, not again.
So, probably raiders.
It's like half an hour before the bell rings again and people end up returning to the canyon's edge. Like nothing happened. But yeah, interesting that. Now, where has Bran gotten to?
So Bran is gonna propose forth an idea. Be like, hey, all right, it's gonna sound pretty dumb, but hear me out, man. You do down payments?
You've been you've been equal in the past. I'll allow it for you.
So if I could get a sample of that chewing tobacco and a couple Nubis, I could promise you some pretty good carapace, some interesting. You can do some stuff with it, meat from these spindlers once you spring a trap, take these guys out.
You know what? I'm curious. Sure.
All right.
But if you don't give me enough meat, I ain't meat. It's gonna hurt. Got it?
Got it. We'll get that.
He hands you over the blunt. All right, sign the agreement and toke it up.
He will. You take the close thing to a pen and give it a sign.
It's not actually a pen. He's asking you to smoke his blunt to seal the deal.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's gonna. He will seal that deal. Seal that deal real nice.
Any interesting thoughts?
You know, there's back. I heard back then, the Mormons, or what they call them, apparently they were the ones here before the ones here. They talk about end times, but stuff's still going on. So if these spindlers, if they're the end times, but we're gonna go on, we're gonna end them. And, you know, at the end of every end times...
Whose end times was it really?
End of the people as before, but into the people now. So we'll get some good shit is what I'm saying.
Oh,
from,
yeah.
the Spindlers. Yeah.
So, do spiders poop?
I guess. Is it like more like just a gas that seeps along those hairs in their arms, like an antenna?
Oh, so they're basically pissing all over themselves all the time? Wow.
Yeah, maybe. Just
Wait, does that make safe to eat? Wait, does that make the meat safe to eat, or?
Well, you know, the meat's under the skin, or hell, you know.
Of course.
Yeah, not gonna get down there. It gets out of there.
At what point are Pendleton and Jen going to find Brandoon?
I feel like this would be an appropriate situation for Pendleton to fly in. So, I'm not sure if he's just left Jen behind to do the bartering and whatnot, but I would assume Pendleton gets a bit bored and comes down.
Alright.
Comes into the room, looking at them too, and just... Jello, you're inebriated again, aren't you?
Pendleton, sir!
And this must be strong stuff if I'm seeing things.
Oh, sir, you are
Does
not
that have
seeing
3
things.
eyes? Wow.
I know one's an eye.
The dealer just pulls himself up and just slowly and just walks towards Pendleton's eyes, and he's gonna try and poke it.
Sir, if you attempt to poke my eye, I will have to cut off your arm with the saw blade.
Whoa, harsh man, settle down.
I'd like to. Could I come down as this is going on, seeing as like she's like, oh, Pendleton's not here. Wait,
Yeah.
fuck, Pendleton isn't here. It's like coming down to this. I'm going to chop off your arm. It's like, don't fucking do that, Pendleton, please, God.
Well, excuse me, would you enjoy someone poking out your eyes?
No, but it's not worth chopping someone's arm off. Here, we're guests.
Damn,
I
you
find
ain't
that
looking that bad, missy.
It's like, don't swing that way, buddy. Lay off.
Oh,
And he just looks kind of dejected before he just takes another hit.
It was a good shot, though.
I thought you Mormon
Yeah.
types were not ones to do drugs of this sort.
the hell's a Mormon? Look, man, I'm from the coast out west. These guys are Snake River people.
Oh, you're like one of those scary, what were they called, surfer bros?
They just keep hitting with the new words, man. You see, this is the new crew. They you know, from the times, they say a lot of stuff, know a lot of stuff.
Damn, sounds fun.
Yes, it does come with having existed before the bombs fell.
Yeah, to be honest, I was kind of a little bit more isolated, so anything that wasn't on the TV, I can't really tell you about.
Well, how about this then? There's this kid that from my understanding was pre-war. I've always been curious about. I'm wondering if you know where it is. You know anything about cocaine?
It's like, oh fuck,
Ah,
yeah,
yes, white snow.
that's the shit that the rich people would do.
Oh,
It would get you really, really hyper.
oh, so
yes,
I
it would
can't
get you
take it.
super energetic. It would make you basically unable to sleep for a good while, and then it would fuck up the rest of your day and life.
So I wouldn't need to sleep. Sounds cool, man.
For like a day. And then you would crash so horrendously, it would... just thought.
Ah, I see. So, you buying, robot?
I do believe I am incapable of ingesting these narcotics, sir.
Yeah. Ah,
Pardon me if I could indulge in your biological enjoyments. I'm probably sure I would be, more than useless, but at the same time, I might consider giving it a shot. It is sort of out of my, as you say, realm of capabilities.
of course.
That's when you hear some walking, and then coming into this section of the cave is a man in overalls, but he's dressed pretty nicely. Ah, there's Brandoon. I assume the rest of you are his crew?
Yeah, they were me.
Guess you could say that.
Come on, council's waiting for you. Your father said you might be down here.
Oh, yeah. Whew.
Come on. You too, he says, pointing to the dealer. Wait, what? I ain't part of them, but he's already getting up and stumbling along with you guys.
I would rather,
well,
I would much rather be away from
Let's see, old Patrick,
And on that interesting note, it's time to call it here.
you.
I do love playing sort of the sarcastic prick at times, but I do not envision Pendleton being just an asshole for asshole's sake at all times forever. But with that in mind, thank you everyone for dropping by for today's episode of Fallout Cascadian Storms on the Unlucky Roll channel. Everyone say bye.